My people, hey, we Monaco year update, oh, Monaco year audio. Hey, Mohbad wife, best friend, don't finally release audio. She don't give us A to Z, my people. Hey, who they sleep abeg, wake up, make it get up, make it come here to read. My people, una no say that they drag the DNA of Mohbad pikin. They see me Mohbad wife, what they call Mowumi. Make she bring pikin come in they do DNA. Me myself, I can't even they support the woman say, make they let her mourn her husband in peace. Make they no drag her for DNA, my people. Hey. But the one when I hear today, so my people, I not go fit us say me they not bring DNA again, no. DNA must come. In fact, justice for DNA. My people, Mona listing voice audio of Mohbad's bestie. Mona let me know what you think for the comment section. Oh yeah, regardez là-bas.
Omawumi really thinks she could get away with cheating on Mohbad and also giving him a child that isn't his? Before the birth of Liam, there was a love story of two teenagers, Wunmi and Mohbad. Wunmi was first seen by Mohbad on one of those days he does his freestyles with his friends on the street of Ikorodu. Being just a street boy, dropout and hustler, he felt intimidated walking towards beautiful Wunmi, who was studying linguistics at the time in Lagos University. Nevertheless, he immediately fell for her and had the intention of wifing her. With that mindset, he began to push further for his career and finally got the confidence to ask her out when his freestyle started making headway in the music industry. Wunmi at first wasn't sure since she was a hot cake and had other more promising men on her case. Eventually, she agreed after much disturbance from the singer. After a long time of dating, it was time to make his intention of wanting to not just date her but make her his wife and mother to his kids. Meanwhile, Wunmi was also expecting him to pop the question because she felt threatened with so many girls coming around him now that he had signed with Malian and was making hit songs. After so many arguments from Wunmi on how Mohbad had other intentions now that he was famous to just use and dump her, he finally asked Wunmi to marry him and she said yes. But Omawumi, being a very private person, decided to ask for a private wedding with few family and friends in attendance in which Mohbad didn't have issues with as far as she was happy and became his wife. Wunmi was very happy after she had gotten what she always wanted, becoming the wife of Mohbad. Few months after their wedding, Wunmi had a visitor from a family member. She and this family member had a conversation concerning her marriage. To her, Wunmi could still be thrown out of the house by another desperate woman without a trace of what they had if she didn't have something else to keep Mohbad. Still not knowing what or how to keep Mohbad to herself, especially now that he had brought her and her family out of poverty, she further asked her visitor if she had an idea or plan. Her anonymous visitor from her family then suggested having a baby from Mohbad as one of the very effective solutions that had always worked and still working to keep a man. But there was a problem with that plan, and the problem was the fact that Mohbad was rarely around. With him always chasing his music career, it was going to be impossible for him to want a child with all the drama going on in his life. But the family friend suggested the baby didn't have to come from him. At first, she didn't agree to the plan, believing Mohbad loved and worshipped her too much to want to get another woman or even have one. But with Mohbad's irresistible personality, his fame and money increasing, more beautiful girls began to flock towards his path, and jealousy, desperation, mistrust started blooming in the mind of Wunmi. At this point, she was ready to do anything to make sure she had the baby, so she could have a stronghold on the singer. But how would she execute the plan when he was rarely around but also had people keeping tabs on her so she is fine and not harmed? It was a very dicey one for Wunmi, but also a risk she was willing to take for her and her family future. In February 2022, her late husband and some Malian colleagues was arrested by the NDLEA for possession of drugs, which caused his detention with them. While he was detained, Wunmi decided to put her plan in place of getting a baby. However, Mohbad was released and immediately taken to the hospital after complaining that he wasn't feeling alright. After some time in the hospital and Wunmi not visiting, Mohbad became skeptical and suspicious and decided to put a call through to his wife, who claimed she was sick at the time. But even if Mohbad suspected a foul play, he decided to let the sleeping dog lie. When Mohbad got back, Wunmi knew she also needed to buckle up and make sure she perfected her plan by making him sleep with her. So she became the nice wife, showing him care, making a video that spoke about his assault, showing more love and also dressing appealing. He eventually fell for her antics and tricks, giving her what she wanted and unknown to him, helping her perfect her plans of having a baby. Few weeks after the closing night, Mohbad sent Wunmi a message asking her why she didn't leave him when she wasn't feeling him anymore, and told her to tell him again where she was during his detention with the NDLEA. Still maintaining silence and not replying to Mohbad's messages, he made it more clear in detail and asked why she slept with his enemy. Wumi's heart at this time was beating fast and thinking of so many things she could say to get herself out of this current mess without losing her husband, especially now that she was pregnant. Knowing Mohbad loves and cares for her, she defended herself when he finally came back as being the victim. Getting his attention, she explained that when he was in the hands of the NDLEA, she had gone to Naira Marley's house to beg for his release, but they refused and asked that she would have to pay the price of him being released with her body. Not knowing what else to do or who to turn to, she agreed to the bargain and then apologized. A heartbroken Mohbad left the house with the intention of not coming back. He couldn't bring himself to believe the girl he loved so much and could die for would betray him, but he also compensated himself with the fact that she did it for him, and this made it more clear that he had to leave the label. He finally went back to Omoumi and she welcomed him into her arms with the news that she was pregnant for him. Mohbad, who had decided to forgive her and not look at the past, didn't mind asking her whose baby it was and also helped and supported her through the pregnancy. On the 12th of April, they both welcomed baby Liam, who he showered love, care, money and attention, while he forgot his family and began focusing so much on Wumi, the baby and her family. Being assaulted again by Naira Marley thugs, which led to him going to the hospital, he called again, this time angry that she had repeated the same thing she did formerly by not visiting him in the hospital. This time, he warned and declared that if he died, she killed him. He even added that he had not forgotten what she had done to him in the past. He just chose to forgive her because of God, and she would suffer if he died. Now he's dead, and Nigerians are asking to be sure that Liam is Mohbad's son before she is given the donation. And much more are rumors circulating that the baby is Sam Larry's child. Could the baby be truly Sam Larry's child? Could Sam Larry be the enemy Mohbad was talking about in the message he sent to her, accusing her of cheating? Or could he also be the person who made the bargain of Mohbad's release for her body? Could Sam Larry had found out on seeing the boy and wanted Mohbad dead so he can have his son? But if you ask me, I would recommend Omoumi Aloba to have the right answers, because Liam does look like Sam Larry and no other person from Mohbad's family, Mohbad himself, or even her herself. But at the end of the day, only a mother knows the true father of her child. Omoumi really thinks she could get away with cheating on Mohbad and also giving him a child that isn't his. Before the birth of Liam, there was a love story of two teenagers, Wumi and Mohbad. Wumi was first seen by Mohbad on one of those days he does his freestyles with his friends on the street of Ikorodu. Being just a street boy, dropout and hustler, he felt intimidated walking towards beautiful Wumi, who was studying linguistics at the time in Lagos University. Nevertheless, he immediately fell for her and had the intention of wifing her. With that mindset, he began to push further for his career and finally got the confidence to ask her out when his freestyle started making headway in the music industry. Wumi at first wasn't sure, since she was a hot cake and had other more promising men on her case. Eventually, she agreed after much disturbance from the singer. After a long time of dating, it was time to make his intention of wanting to not just date her but make her his wife and mother to his kids. Meanwhile, Wumi was also expecting him to pop the question because she felt threatened with so many girls coming around him now that he had signed with Malian and was making hit songs. After so many arguments from Wumi on how Mohbad had other intentions now that he was
Alright, so my people, I dey very sure say una don hear direct from the lady. Anything when una think, make una leave her for the comment section, because not be only my ear go hear this one when I just hear so, and not be only your ear go hear this one when you just hear so. Mona share this video. A lot of things dey under this by this RIP of Mohbad. I don't talk am before. Anyways, my people, as e dey hot now, I go see una for my next update. Make una take care and bye.